How's it going, guys? This is Nick JT and welcome back to Nick JTV, where I make videos about whatever I want. And I decided in today's video I will show you my wand collection. Now, these are all my custom wands. These are not ones I bought at Universal or anything. These are all custom made, and as you can see, I've made a lot of them. Anyway, with that in mind, I'm going to go over each and every one of these wands. Some of them have a story, some of them don't. Let's get into it. So this wand and this wand here, these are both examples of my old wands. Like back in those days, all I used to do is just scrape or whittle the top of the stick and just leave a bit of bark for the handle. And this worked to an advantage for a while, but it's, you know, over time, you want to step up a bit, and, here's another example of it. Oh, one thing I like about this wand, I like this one's shape right here. It looks pretty good, I'd say, for a prototype or a gold tip wand. This one, has this end right here. This one has the stick end, and it has a pretty good shaft. This one is what you probably call a wand, an amateur wand. Now this one right here, this one is the wand I typically use when I'm showing off my wands. It's not my best wand, but it's actually, I think I did a really good job on it. Just look at the handle right here. I used hot glue. There's a pretty big clump, but I actually kind of like that, and I like kind of like the bent handle, kind of the bent shaft. I think it works. This wand here is just a little bit of a basic wand. It has a bit of a bent shaft, which I don't really like about it, but other than that, it's actually a really good wand. It's got a pretty nice handle on it. Again, this was made using hot glue. This wand here is supposed to be a replica of Snape's wand from Harry Potter. I made this right after Alan Rickman passed away, so I made it as a memorial to him. I think I got the shaft pretty good. The handle's not the best. I just used electrical tape for the handle. But, I think it turned out okay. It actually looks really good on its own without the tape. It would just look like a generic wand, but I think I got the length down pretty good. So yeah, rest in peace, Alan Rickman. This is a more recent wand project. This was actually used for an abandoned wand tutorial video, which I will actually start again. I'll probably refilm it for October. I tried filming it last October and I just couldn't get it finished because I didn't have enough paint. And, now I did, but I finished this, but, the paint doesn't really match on it. It's oil paint is what the handle, the glue, what I painted on the glue. So honestly, it's not the best project I've ever done, but it's a decent wand. Now this wand here kind of looks a lot similar to the second or third wand I showed you, this one. But one major difference is I tried to add more detail to the handle. I don't think it turned out very good because I think it's a little messy. But other than that, it looks okay. I mean, it's not my best wand. This wand here is a very simple wand. I actually did not paint this wand. I actually used Sharpie to make this wand, and I didn't even add any extra glue details or anything on it. It's just a very simple wand, and I think it works. It's just nice and simple. It's also made with a more flexible kind of wood, so it's way more flexible, and it's less likely it'll break. Okay, we've shifted down slightly so I can show you the rest of the collection, and we were just on this one. Let's get to this one. This one's probably my worst wand when it comes to making new wands. The black, it looks a little too bent. The paint isn't very well applied on the glue, and it's just not really that good of a wand. So moving on, this one it's very interesting. It has a very interesting handle. You know, I did more of a big clump for a handle, and it's very rough handling, but I kind of like it. I also kind of like the shaft of it. You know, it's pretty good. You know, just it's a good little wand. This wand here, this is one, it's very similar to this one in a way, but this time I added a little detail on it right there, a little glue ring, so that would allow it to be more useful. I think I also used a similar type of wood for this. So again, it's very flexible and it's a good wand. This wand here is one of my first wands. This was when I started putting detail into my wands, like, you know, this is when I started painting them, and this is when I started making handles. I made this handle out of clay, and I made the shaft out of a stick, like all my other wands, and I don't know, it's had to be re-glued several times, because at one point I sat on this wand and broke it, but I wanted to keep it and keep this one since this was my best wand up to that point. So I've kept it around, you know, it doesn't get used a lot, not since I've gotten better wands, or made better wands, but it's still a classic all the same. This wand here is another recent project, I think. I actually, again, it's got a bit of a bent shaft, but it's actually really good. I really like this one. I really like the handle on it. I like how the handle turned out. Like, that's pretty good. You know, it's got plenty, it's pretty well detailed as well. Like, if you just looked at the way it was whittled, the way I whittled it, yeah. This one here, this one is one of my personal favorites. This one does not have a ring, a little ring detail handle. Instead, I actually have intended it more to be held like this. And I have one more wand that is meant to be held like this, but I need to find that wand. I think it's under my bed, which means, you know, this isn't even all my collection. So, this one, I like the way this one you're meant to hold it this way as opposed to this way. You could still hold it this way, but I hold it this way. This one here is one of my least favorites. I mean, I guess in a way it does look kind of like a wand. You know, it's a little bit twiggy, and it actually has a very nice Halloween look, but I don't know, it's the detail. I do like the detail on it, but it's a little too twiggy for my liking. Although the handle on it looks okay. Like, this looks more like, doesn't really look like a Harry Potter wand. This looks more like a generic witch wand. But I suppose you can have one of those in your collection. Like, this is the kind of one I'd loan to my mom to use in some kind of Halloween decoration where she dresses up like a witch. Last but certainly not least, this one is this one. This is one of my personal favorites right here. This is probably my second favorite, next to this one. Just the craftsmanship looks so good on it. Like, look at in a way it kind of looks like the Elder Wand, but not really. Like, if this was like an early design for the Elder Wand, I guess. The length is pretty good on it. It's pretty long. You know, the shaft looks pretty good. And the handle looks amazing. Like, it looks pretty good. So, I like this one. It's very nice in my hands. It's not a very flexible material, but it's a pretty good one. Okay guys, that's the end of the video. Comment down below if you would like a wand making tutorial, and give this video a thumbs up if you want a part 2, because I have not shown all the wands in my collection. There's a few that I didn't show just simply because they weren't on the shelf, so they probably fell off under my bed or something, and I can't find them at the moment. I would like to point out that I am still making these, not as often as I used to. I made a lot of these in high school, but, you know, I still make these every now and again, and I might make a few more in the future. So, yes, do comment down below if you would like a wand making tutorial, because I think that would be a lot of fun to do. Anyway, this is Nick JT saying goodbye and thank you for watching. Au revoir!